weren't using a digital monitoring system. We were using a filtering system that sent reports every day. And that was having to be checked manually by me every day. And we were aware that there was a time lapse there that was causing us a bit of an issue, that if something had happened that day, we weren't picking it up until the next day. And the reports were very lengthy because of the amount of data that was being picked up. We also had an audit that said to us, make this smarter, workload wise and safeguarding wise. So we had to explore our options, and digital monitoring was the way forward, basically. It was obviously, as always, a finance conversation. It was looking at our different options as to what offered us financially the best options over a timescale, and also what offered us professionally the best options. So for us not having to do the monitoring ourselves, for us being able to ping in and ping out of the portal and so on and so forth. So from those kind of conversations, we knew it had to happen, but it was looking at the best options for us and what worked for us. So it was me in consultation with the head teacher, in consultation with our technicians as well, because it needed to be something that they were able to support us using and that is easy for all safeguarding leads to access and to use. We were previously, many years ago, we had digital monitoring provided by a local company. I had been on some training, one of a very lovely Smoothwall training day in Birmingham, and I was really impressed at the time, but at the time it wasn't a viable option for us. Our technicians are also, their school uses Smoothwall. Our technician bases, we use a local high school as our technicians, and they use Smoothwall filtering and monitoring, so it works really well. And it just, everything looked right. I could look into it, you could ask questions, so all the information was there. And as I say, I'd had the training on it and thought how useful it was. So that was what made us go with Smoothwall in the end. The price was really competitive as well. So, you know, it's picking the right option for our school, really. It was excellent. As I say, our technicians are users of Smoothwall anyway, so they're au fait with getting all of that set up. But the customer experience team that you've got set up there is brilliant as well, and their communication was second to none, really. So all of the information that I needed was sent through to me. I then filtered that through to our technicians, and it was all set up and working. So it was really easy, really, you know, user friendly. I had a moment of panic of I don't know what to do with this, but I just sent it to the technicians and they were absolutely perfect. It was great. It was deployed within, so it was sent to, so the files were sent to us on the morning. I would say it was done by the next day, because, and that's just the technicians deploying it. So it was up and running by the time everybody logged back on the next day, because obviously pulling it through on the server takes its time, but it was definitely up and running very quickly. There was no delays. There was, to be fair, I didn't have to bounce back to Smoothwall. I didn't have to, the technicians just literally had the files and got on with it. So it really was brilliant. It's been amazing. I was the person having to get up and check the records every morning and go through and say, what does that even mean, let alone, is it a hit or is it something I need to be worried about? And as an organisation, because that impact is so enormous on me, it's also enormous on the organisation, because the staff who aren't safeguarding leads haven't even noticed, and that's what you want, really. It's there's nothing flashing up saying this isn't working, this isn't working. So the impact has been amazing, because our children are kept safer, and the DSLs can check that their information at the touch of a button. I'm not having to check all those reports every day, and you know, if there's a 4 or 5 category hit, I get a phone call or an email straight away and we can deal with it. It's just that reassurance, that peace of mind that you know that they're safe, and you know it's a human, not a computer in the corner going, well, yes, my algorithm says this is correct. You know that somebody is looking at it, and also they then take it into context. So if it's a hit and they look at what it is and go, oh, okay, that's fine, there's that human judgment, which makes a massive difference. So yeah, it has made an absolutely massive impact for leadership and for management especially. But as I say, for the kids and for the teaching staff as a general rule, it has made a massive impact, but they're not aware of it because it's just worked so seamlessly alongside everything else that we've got in place. So that's brilliant. I think I'd said 12 months ago, I'd mentioned it, and obviously finances at that time didn't dictate us being able to have it. But looking back on what we needed to do, my only hindsight thing would have been we should have done it earlier. The biggest thing that we found is it covers all of those requirements that you have to have. So Ofsted, tick. Your safeguarding, tick. You've got audit, tick. So all of those from that sort of outside looking in, you are covering all of your bases. And from the inside looking out, you're doing the best for your kids and protecting them as best you can.